Evening, dads. One habit challenge time. Good to have you here. In fact, good to have the dads I was just talking to before when I forgot to press record. We're here in the park. I've just done my HIIT class Tuesday night. I love a bit of 30 minutes intense workout. So yes, and thanks to the dads that did join in the conversation. We are on the Tuesday, so that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days in to your one habit challenge. This is the day when you will really start to notice, start to feel like I want that thing that I've been not having, or where you will really feel like, do I need to do it today? I could just give it a miss. What would it matter? No one's really chatting in the group. I'm not really anyone else doing this with me. I can assure you there are other people participating. We just had a conversation with 4 of us and a bunch of dads private messaging me, asking me about how it's going. So how is it going for you? Let me know in the chat, or by all means, if you didn't want to, you can DM me as others have done. So small gains is what I want to talk about today. It's unlikely, that you're really noticing a massive change. As I said last night, it takes time to notice a difference. My bread challenge that I did for the very first time ever in March, it really hasn't been until afterwards that I noticed. Of course, when I first gave it up, there was the habitual side of it where I'm used to, it's bloody cold actually, where I was used to having bread 3-4 times a day, and I've just then cut it out of my diet. Then what was I going to substitute it with? We talked about substitutes. But the small gains that you make are hard to notice unless you're keeping track of them. Okay, so a couple of apps that I've used for both accountability and for keeping track. A really good one, I'm pretty sure it's on both Android and Apple, because I have looked before. It's called Streak, like steak but with an R, Streak. And you can go in there and you can actually set it up for the different, if you are giving up something and starting something, then you can put it in there as the habit. It can set an alarm for you, and then you just click it. It marks it accomplished, and then it'll give you like little rewards, and it will you can see your progress. Tracking my 365-day fitness has been an absolute saga, really, because for about the first 180 days or something, I made a little post every day, and then kind of stupidly I stopped doing that. But I just got behind. It was like starting to get into winter and Christmas. It was hard enough just to keep doing it every day, but that in itself is a routine around the habit that will help you lock it in. Some people like to just keep it simple. You could put it in a journal, you could put it on a wall calendar, but paying attention to just how far you've got. I know we're only on this 1 week challenge, so 4 days might not seem like a big deal, but what I do know is the simplest things. One dad's been doing a meditation each day, and you'd think that sitting quietly, finding 20 minutes to yourself, doing something really positive, you'd think that would be a no-brainer. And yet still, the busyness of our days, the ingrained nature of our existing routine means that carving out 20 minutes can seem difficult. But guess what? You sit on your bloody phone for 20 minutes. You sit on the bog for 20 minutes. People that smoke will go out and have multiple 20-minute breaks. So, noticing the small gains is really vital to see how far you've come. If it's anything weight related, of course, you've got the scales. But don't get, do you know the expression hoodwinked? Don't get fooled into being a slave to the scales, because I've never really had a problem with my weight, but a fitness guy I know, he was sharing with me about his group, and he gets people to weigh themselves across a month, but then take an average weight by week, because depending on what you're eating, depending on what you're doing, it will fluctuate, and that could be quite demotivating if you're seeing it going up and down or not really moving much. So As I said to you earlier on in the challenge, where attention goes, energy flows. So it's really powerful to stay present to the power of these small, consistent gains, yeah, and keeping track of them, so you can really notice and monitor how far you've come. And going back to the bread subject, I had half a bagel this morning because my daughter didn't want the whole bagel, and I farted for about 3 hours. So I'd seen on some videos and I'd heard that obviously your guts and farting and bloatedness and all those kind of things were linked to especially low quality bread. But it's taken until giving it up for a month, and now it's been about a month and a half, I'm hardly eating much bread. It's taken to actually going back and having some to really notice that A, I don't really miss it, and B, I don't really need it. So my final point for the day is something that you thought you couldn't do without, you will soon realise just how easy it is to make substitutes, to do without it, and start to feel the benefits of what it is to live either with that new good habit or without that one bad habit. Share your progress. If you're watching on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. Share your habit challenge with the people in your life so you can get some support and accountability from them. Don't forget, I'm going to start sending you invitations to have a one-on-one, some people call it a care call, some people call it a just an invite, a get to know you, find out what it is that you're up to, why you put your hat in the ring for this challenge, and what you're hoping to get out of it. See how I could help you one-on-one, or in fact in any of the Team Super Dad group activities. Enjoy your evening, keep it going. I'll see you tomorrow. Team Super Dad out.